You ready? Okay. Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center here on the island of Kauai. I'm Lama Tashi. We give this class every week, 6 to 8 o'clock, and it's zoomed and recorded on our website, kauaidharma.org. I'm Lama Tashi. When we present this class, we do it as a representation of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, which accumulated from the teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha through the unbroken lineages down to the present day. These practices are designed to transform the mind of the practitioner with the help of the Lama to the true nature of your mind. When I say the true nature, we have two natures. We have the Dharma nature called the relative mind, which everybody has. And then we have the ultimate nature, which is the clear nature of the mind without drama. Without drama is unimaginable to people. So we have to use the imagination with Bodhisattva training, which is based on 6 basic disciplines, the most important of which is meditation, which is how to focus the mind single-pointedly on one thing while using the mental process of imagination to present symbols which cause the mind to change its direction from the constant chatter of the drama world, which we call the relative or temporal situation, to the ultimate nature of mind, which is like an antidote. And when you enter into the ultimate nature of mind, you're entering into an infinite situation. That means there's no boundary to it. Well, that's the nature of our universe. The nature of the universe is boundless, but it also is timeless. No beginning, middle, or end. And the ultimate nature of your mind is the same as that. So all you are doing is coming into harmony with the universe as it is, and in the process, removing all of the pain and suffering connected with the relative world we call samsara. To start with these practices tonight, before we take refuge, I want to explain that for the last 5 days, we have been doing a special retreat called the Mahakala. And the Mahakala retreat is done on all of the Dharma centers worldwide to celebrate, prepare for the new year, which is tonight at midnight. Tomorrow is called Losar, and that is the start of the Tibetan year of the female ox, earth or iron ox. In Tibet, the ox female was called a Dri. The yak is the ox, so female yak in Tibetan. The ox year is a powerful year for great changes throughout the human condition. Some good, some bad. But in preparing for that year, we did 5 days, 3 sessions a day, starting at 6 in the morning till 6 at night, and we just finished the last session. In union with Zoom, with the Lama Tempa and the Honolulu Dharma Center. So we were performing all of this in 3 sessions a day in union. And this is the first time that this has been accomplished, at least here in Hawaii. All the Dharma centers do this practice. To give you an idea of the extent of this, this is the text, all of this. And all of this is done in 3 sessions every day, 3-hour sessions, 6 to 9 in the morning, 11 to 1, and 3 to 6 in the afternoon. So it's very intense, very involved, and there's lots of preparation for it to make torma. Torma is an offering to perpetuate the spirit world in all of its forms, to complement our shamanistic practices. To give a little explanation of which practice we do, tonight we're going to do Chenrezig, which is the basic practice of all of the 100 deities of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. When doing the Chenrezig practice in this retreat, called the Torma offering practice to Mahakala, this is Mahakala. Mahakala is presented as a wrathful demonic apparition or appearance with 6 arms, and actually it's based on the Chenrezig practice. So Chenrezig, Mahakala, and the Lama are inseparable. When we do this practice, he has 6 arms. That's the 6 basic bodhisattva practices. He's standing on Ganesh because the basis of all Tibetan Buddhism was Hinduism, and Ganesh was the main healing practice in India at the time Shakyamuni Buddha took form. And it was actually all of the Hindu practice evolved from a former Buddhist practice before Shakyamuni. But to make this short, this is the Chenrezig with 6 arms standing on Ganesh as the base. Because base is all about wealth and good health and power. So we're taking that with a different motivation, which we use in the refuge text. The actual practice of this was presented in Tibet to overcome the old shamanistic tradition of using animal and human sacrifice. With this deity and the basis of the Chenrezig practice, using mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, they were able to eliminate animal and human sacrifice to propitiate the weather to grow their crops in the high altitudes of Tibet. And because of that, they were able to more easily survive the harsh winters and high altitudes of Tibet, Mongolia, Eastern China, what we call Western China, Eastern Russia, and the north part of India along the Himalayan mountain range. To give you an idea of the aspect of this, when we start this practice, it is based on the Lama who brought the teachings to Tibet, Padmasambhava. Then the second part of the practice is to do the practice of Amitabha Buddha as a Tom Drin, the 6-armed wrathful aspect of Amitabha Buddha. Then the third part is to do the actual Mahakala practice, and the last part is to perform what we call a Gana Chakra, which is when we use food and other substances and share them with the Sangha members present, or offer them and also offer them to the deities. You must understand that all of this is based on the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, the Chenrezig and Tara practice, and all of the teachings of guidance by all of the lamas of all of the lineages of Tibetan Buddhism, which are unbroken for the last 2,600 years down to the present day. One of the prayers that we use in this, what we call Torma offering, which is a special symbolic food that we offer to perpetuate the assistance of the spirit world in our practice and in our production of the Dharma. I'm going to read one of the prayers, then we're going to do the refuge prayer. Then I'm going to read another prayer called the Bodhisattva prayer from this text. It says, in offering the Torma, we practitioners and all of our fellow companions and students, please grant freedom with this offering from sickness, and endow us with long life, power, wealth, glory, fame, and good fortune. May we all attain abundant enjoyments. Grant us all the activity that accomplishes peace, increase in all accomplishments. You that have the sacred bond, protect us. Befriend us in acquiring all accomplishments called cities. Rid us of untimely death, sickness, demons, and hindering influences. Rid us of bad dreams, inauspicious signs, and negative or evil behavior. May this world be happy. May this be a good year with the crops growing well and the Dharma flourishing. May we be the best of everything in quality and quantity. In these practices, please accomplish all the appropriate wishes in our mind. So that is the basis of everything that's in this book and all of the practices that we perform, which are quite intensive. I mean, 3 sessions a day and a soak offering at the end of the day from 6 to 7 in the evening for 5 days in a row should bring us a lot of good results. Will bring us a lot of good results. And it also purifies all the negativity of the old year and prepares us for all of what's coming in the new year. Now we take refuge. In order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we all together take refuge and when possible offer prostration. We go for refuge to all glorious holy lamas. We go for refuge to all these yidams, who are the deities gathered in our mandalas. We go for refuge to all the supreme Dharma. We go for all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha. We go for refuge to all Dakas and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of the Dharma. All of these possess the eye of transcending awareness. Now that last one, the Dakas and Dakinis, this is a protector is called a Daka. The female protectors are called Dakinis. They actually perform the Buddha's activity of whatever is appropriate to have the Dharma flourish and the practitioners gain realization. That's the whole purpose of all Dharma practice. And it brings good health physically, mentally, emotionally, and most importantly, spiritually. The spiritual aspect of this is connecting your natural state with the natural state of the world around you and the beings in it. That's called the Dharma. And it's all based on the wisdom nature of your non-judgmental natural mind. And then we take refuge in the Bodhisattva Kanbha. And we do that with this prayer. To the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit gained from practicing the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, called the 6 perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. Then all of the Dharma is transmitted through the Sanskrit language called Pali in India. And this particular language is based on resonance. Resonance simply means everything vibrates. So the special function of this practice is to give the vibration of whatever we think or say or do, that information to the spirit world in whatever form we present it, and then they know that we are on a friendly basis and will support us in our endeavors. So that was the Sanskrit language is the basis of the transmission with mantra and all the advice and methods of shamanistic Lamaism. In this modern age, it's called Tibetan Buddhism. Now I'm going to chant these 3 prayers, the altruistic motivation, the 6 supports called the 6 refuges, and the 6 disciplines of Bodhisattva training in Sanskrit. First, the altruistic motivation. Dag dang jo wa nam ke ta dang yam pe sem chem tam che du di ne jung te ji si jang chu ning po la chi ki par du. Then the 6 refuges. Pal den lama dampa nam la chap su chio yedam shokor ki latso Nam La Chap Su Chio Sanjay Cho Dende Nam La Chap Su Chio Nam Pe Chur Nam La Chap Su Chio Pao Pe Gendum Nam La Chap Su Chio Pao Gandro Chokyun Sume Sho Yesheki Shendang Dempa Nam La Chap Su Chio. In the sixth Bodhisattva prayer, six disciplines. Sanjay Chodang Chuki Chodam La Jaichu Bardu Dagni Chap Su Chi Dagi Jinso Jipe Sonam Ki Jola Pencher Sanjay Chupar Sho. The three jewels of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, all Buddhists connect to this. But in shamanistic Lamaism of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, we also take refuge in the three roots of the Tantric and the, what we call the Sutra tradition. Now, these two are based on the Hinayana path of the approach of this individual using spiritual practices for their own progress of good health and obtaining enlightenment. Then in the Sutra and Tantric tradition, we move from that basis into the Mahayana tradition that everything we do is for everybody else and our environment. Then with the Sutra tradition in place, that's the Hinayana and Mahayana, then the Tantric tradition evolves. So Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana or Tantrayana are all interconnected, and all of the practice methods are to bring those three together so that you can evolve into the higher Tantric tradition of the Lama as the all-pervasive nature of your mind, the Dharmakaya. And then the deities become what is called the Sambhogakaya, and that's the bliss energy that penetrates your body and the world around you. That's the actual deities, which we're going to perform, the Chenrezig and two-armed Chenrezig tonight. Then we have both of those are the Nirmanakaya. The Nirmanakaya is the guru or teacher in the outer form of the Lama, male or female teacher, and connecting to your inner source of awareness that becomes more and more apparent as the ultimate nature of your mind. And when this takes hold, immediately in the Sutra and Tantra tradition, you start to notice a movement, a settling, a more peaceful preoccupation not only with yourself but others in the world around you, and you start to gain higher and higher states of intelligence. With this evolutionary process that the Dharma brings to the practitioners, who are called the Sangha, then there's no ceiling to that. So you don't really have a goal. It's not like the Hinayana or Hindu path of a religion. This is not a religion. It's not about going to heaven. It's not about taking any kind of rebirth. It's simply remaining in the world to alleviate the pain of suffering of others and to bring them to realize the true nature of their mind and how to use it. When we talk about that, this is a prayer of that I'm taking from this text. And after we do this prayer, then we'll do meditation. In the body of the unchangeable, clear, profound nature of great bliss, which is one's nature, the unimpeded 16 melodies of the speech of the Dharma arise. The mind is like the all-pervading space of the universe as the wisdom called Dharmata. I supplicate to feet to the Venerable Lama who presents this. From this mandala of knowledge and compassion, which is which is the basis of all the victorious ones called teachers or gurus, 100 lights of joy are skillfully sent forward to all beings. Those 100 lights are the 100 deities of the 5 Dhyana Buddha family. In the Venerable Lama, it arises because he shows the meaning of the essence of the nature of everything. I supplicate from my heart with prostration and devotion to the Venerable Lama. The function of all necessities of well-being, virtue, and auspiciousness arise with this transmission. Lama, who holds the victory of not decreasing or hindering this genuine dharma of wisdom of the enlightened mind, and which knows all self and others to be equal. I supplicate to the Lama who is like a wish-fulfilling gem, Lord of the Mandala, the glorious Vajra Master. Whatever appears is seen as the all-pervasive nature of bliss. You who are of spontaneous good activity, Lama, Lord of beings, as the teacher, I supplicate the feet of the precious Lama, my Guru. This is the one who clearly sees all that is necessary and rises the state of omniscience. An increasing festival of benefit and happiness is sent forth by the Lama's compassion. The Lama has the essential ability to clarify the doctrine and understand it and how to use it. I supplicate to the feet of this Lord of beings. Merely by recalling your name, all obstacles are dispelled. If I pray to you, all aims be fulfilled. If I show my devotion, all accomplishments are bestowed. I supplicate to the feet of the wishful fulfilling gem of the teachers. Having this complexion of primordial unfixing nature of clear light, having a pure unbiased circle by whatever arises as a sphere of obtaining everything, and has obtained the full manifestation of the word of the excellent lineage, I supplicate to the feet of the Venerable Lama Guru. By the power of this prayer and these praises to you, may I always be held as your disciple. As long as this ocean of samsara, we call the drama world, is not emptied, may I act according to your doctrine. The all-pervading nature of awareness, pure from the beginning, completely liberates us from this pit of illusion of clinging to characteristics. I supplicate you to the Vajra holder, the one who holds vividly and all of this vividly and completely sees the unchangeable true meaning of the nature of the mind. All the victorious ones of the 3 times gather in one form as the Lama, the playful aspect of wisdom. As the root Guru, he presents himself as the protector, and as an ultimate Guru, as Vajradhara. I supplicate you to bless and bestow all excellent cities and accomplishments. The Lama, blessed by Manjari Shushri, is an emanation of all of the Lamas from Shakyamuni Buddha down to the present day. This was proclaimed as the prophecy of the word of the Buddha, and all these hidden treasures are the emanation of the Vairocana and of Padmasambhava, who sent forth this tradition as called the path of the chariot, which is the aspect of 5 great treasures of this ocean of qualities and holder of the non-sectarian doctrine. So the non-sectarian doctrine means that all the lineages evolving from Shakyamuni Buddha to India and into Tibet, Mongolia, all of that, down to us worldwide, is all the same, and all of the practices, each one supports the other. Everyone is equal in the process. So I've just read this one prayer. And then this is called a prayer of yoga. In all my lives, may I never be separate from the authentic Lama, and so enjoy the magnificent riches of the Dharma. May I fully perfect the qualities of the 5 paths and 10 grounds, and quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Until I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama deities, and protectors, through generosity and other virtues, may I attain Buddhahood and realization in order to help others. So that's a prayer of yoga. Anyway, it goes on. 360 pages. Now we start with Dharma practice. The 6 Dharmas of this Bodhisattva training school are presented as the basis of all of the discipline of all of the methods that we use in Tibetan Buddhism. The first one is generosity, which is based on the relative of giving goods, and the ultimate generosity of giving fearlessness, training people to be without fear. Without fear, then all of the other methods can arise with ease. The second Bodhisattva discipline is called morality. Morality actually is this form of not harming self, others, or the environment, and at the same time always have ethics and good manners as your basis. The real basis of morality is loving kindness and compassion for all beings. The number 3 Bodhisattva discipline is patience. This is applied both on the relative nature and the ultimate nature of training your mind with these practices and extending the results to others, and having patience with others in the world around you in the process. The 4th Bodhisattva training is doing this with diligence, or what we say perseverance. That means it's not just once a week or once a month or a year, it's every day, and it's practiced intensively throughout the day, and when you get good with this, throughout the night. At some point, the night and the day start to equal out. That's called diligence. Then the diligence is also applied to the 5th Bodhisattva discipline, which is yoga and meditation. Yoga are all the methods to attain physical, mental, and emotional good health. Meditation is used to gain the insight to the true nature of your mind and how to use it. That true nature everybody has, but only humans can develop it. Number 6 is the insight of this development leading to the realization of your natural mind and how to use that to benefit limitless sentient beings. And in this world, because infinite sentient beings are infinite and their negative and positive tendencies of karma are infinite, these practices are giving infinite value. And with the development of insight, you enter into this world of infinite potential and learn how to use it skillfully. To start the practice tonight, we're going to start with the training of using the breath to connect to the actual healing nature of your own body, and then take that breathing practice called the 3 lights prana yoga practice and combine it with the 5 elements of earth, water, fire, and airspace as a healing practice to start to generate the higher energies that exist in your natural form, your body. That said, sit with your back straight. If you're laying down, lay straight. Hands in a comfortable position, either on the knees or in the lap. Head slightly tilted forward. Mouth closed if you can. Eyes slightly open. A soft gaze to the space, arm's length in front, 2 feet in front. Bring your focus or awareness to your breath. As you inhale, as the diaphragm spontaneously expands, then spontaneously contracts, you have the exhale. Focus on just that. Inhale, exhale. Could you bring the down a little more to show this? Then with your focus on the breath, start the 3 lights breathing method. As you inhale, visualize the air and the elements in the air entering your lungs as white light. Then the middle breath is visualized as the absorption breath of that energy going to all the cells in your body as red light flashing through your body. Then these two together are the exhale of blue light out your nose as a healing breath to all the beings throughout the universe of space. Again, inhale white light, fill your lungs. The energy of the elements pervading your body visualized as red light flashing through every cell in your body. A little more. There. Then the two together are gathered, the white and the red, and exhaled as blue light out the nose as a powerful healing breath to the benefit of beings throughout space. And you visualize the blue light like pervading space like the sky. Breathe like that, 3 lights. Good. The purpose of the 3 lights prana yoga practice is to bring you into a state of calm abiding called peace and tranquility. And in the process, separate your constant connection to the energy of the day. In this peaceful state, then we move with the 3 lights meditation to the 5 element healing practice. To do that, you take your focus off the breath. Combine the 3 color codes, white, red, and blue, into a single tiny particle of light. Locate that in the center of your chest, in the central channel of your life force. In this dimension, you are connecting to the boundless light of the infinite fabric of space through that bindu or tigli, that tiny particle similar to an atom, located in your heart chakra. Rest for a few moments in this open state of clear light called space. Then with this as voidness or space as the basis, with your imagination on the particle, increase it in size to a very small sphere of clear light, as small as you can imagine it, smaller than, say, your fingernail. Then this clear light sphere is the code to enter into this 3-dimensional world and use this as the symbol of one of the 5 elements for healing in this practice. Tonight we are going to use the symbol of the fire, or we say the radiance or energy or warmth of the universe itself. And it registers in the body as the warmth of our physical body. And also the generation of wisdom with these practices through the heart chakra as compassion and helpfulness to others. You see this tiny particle emerge into the white sphere, and as it expands, it becomes the symbol of one of the 5 elements of a redded 4-sided pyramid with a base. And this becomes the symbol of the healing energy of the 5 elements for this practice session. There is no such thing as separation, so when you use one element, the other 5 are interconnected to that. But for healing purposes, we're stressing the energy aspect of that particular element, in this case, the fire element labeled as the 4-sided red pyramid made of light. You visualize that in the center of your heart chakra. Then, keeping focus and imagination together, take that small symbol, about the size of your thumbnail, and visualize it move out in front of your body and up before your eyes to the space in front, about arm's length in front. Keeping focus and imagination together, imagine it to grow in size to see your body sitting inside, about maybe the size of the room that you're in or a large tent. This pyramid made of red light becomes the healing symbol for this 5 elements practice session. It starts with your own body. To accomplish healing physically, mentally, and in most cases, emotionally. Keeping focus and imagination together, expand this in size so that it completely encloses a large area where you're practicing, city, town. We visualize it to completely enclose this island of Kauai and surrounding ocean. Then we expand its reference to completely enclose, expand to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. Then visualize it to grow in size to completely enclose our solar system. All the planets, sun inside. This is an area of billions of miles in diameter. And expand your consciousness, keeping focus and imagination together, expand it to completely enclose our spiral disc-shaped galaxy, 100,000 light years in diameter. Then moving beyond the ability of the conceptual mind, merge it with boundless space. Space having no reference, center, or boundary, you simply relax in a state of non-meditation, contemplating that mother element, space. and its energy program of light. Doing this, one completely increases clarity in the mental continuum, which increases the good health of the physical form, your body. Then return from this state of reference to the space by again imagining the red pyramid enclosing our spiral dish-shaped galaxy. Then reduce its reference to just enclosing our solar system. Shrink it in size to just enclose Mother Earth. Then much smaller to just enclose a large area of where you're practicing, city, town, island, whatever, inside. Then very much smaller to just all of that energy in this program to just enclosing your body. Fully concentrating the life force of the universe and its healing energy into your situation. Then to end the practice, shrink the pyramid to the tiny original size that we started with in front of your eyes. Bring it to chest level and into your heart chakra. The heart chakra is the portal to the outer and inner world of the elements, and we shrink the pyramid about the size of our thumbnail down to a tiny particle of clear light similar to an atom, right in the center of our chest. And we relax as the energies merge, those of light and space, with boundless reference. Relax, no meditation. Simply contemplate the mother element, space. Whether it be the microcosm or macrocosm of this energy of space, they are equal. Then you bring the awareness, which you are using in this practice, developing it into a more healing aspect, connecting with your natural mind, to in front of your eyes. Then expand this awareness into your field of sensual perception and relax and dedicate the virtue of this practice, which you have shared with all sentient beings. When using the 5 elements practice, whether you have these actual symbols, which I show here, earth, water, the fire one which we just used, air, and space, we also reference this to what we call the mother principle, or the Dakini energy of the life force of the universe, because everything in the universe is our life support system, and everyone in the universe is interconnected to us. With that infinite situation or potential, then these color codes cause certain energies to access the body through the two glands in the brain and cause healing to take place and light energy to more and more flow unbrokenly through your entire form. As this takes place, it opens up the wisdom nature of your natural mind. In shamanistic Lamaism, we not only use the 5 elements in all the healing methods that we use, such as massage, herbs, food, whatever, and we use that basic energy in the same color code to move into 5 states of awareness we call the 5 dhyana Buddha fields. The methods that we use in this practice is to incorporate these 5 spheres of awareness into our sensual perceptions and the way we interconnect to everything with our thinking. In using these 5 spheres of awareness, we remove the judgmental nature of the mind and enter into a non-judgmental state of absolute unlimited potential. The first of these, connecting in the water element, is called non-separation. This simply means that everything and everybody is totally interconnected to each of us individually. So there's no such thing as outer, inner, past or present, high or low, any of that. The second is the air element or prana to use in the bodhisattva methods. For instance, the one we use to start this practice, the 3 lights breathing practice. But prana has no limits. And so it affects us physically, mentally, emotionally, and with these practices, spiritually. The third practice is everything is based on clarity and openness, so that we are constantly opening up to everything and everyone in a non-judgmental manner and know how to use this as knowledge to accomplish our wishes and our realization of our true nature and how to use it. Then the fourth one is everything is equal. And on this basis of evenness, then judgment is not necessary. By removing judgment, you start to remove all of the negative tendencies of what is represented in these 5 spheres as attachment, aversion, pride, jealousy, and ignorance. And the 6th one is how to move skillfully with the assistance of a lama from your connection or habit of your natural mind into the true nature of your consciousness, called the clear light nature, which is, in our terminology, ultimate maturity. And when we use these 5 spheres of energy and all their applications, which are derived here, we more and more increase the healing potential of the 5 elements. Then the Dakini energy of the elements and the wisdom energy of these 5 Buddha families come together, and that is ultimate realization. There is nothing beyond that, and only humans can accomplish this. I say that because heavenly realms and the other realms, not possible because of their judgmental mind. Now we're going to move to the next level of healing called the path of skillful means. And when we do this, this is where we enter into the 5 dhyana Buddha families with 100 deities, male and female deities. Since there are 5 Buddha families and 100 male and 100 female deities, that makes 1,000. But 1,000 applications is not necessary. So what we do is we condense all of that in the Tibetan tradition in our lineage to the 4-arm Chenrezig, or the 2-arm long life Chenrezig, which is what this statue, this empowered statue, symbolizes. We're going to do both practices tonight. The Yamani Pemi Hung practice is transmitted by the Lama as a method to show you that everything is illusory. Everything is made of light, and that this program that we have evolved with in the human condition of thinking things are solid, fixed, and permanent is not only not true, it distorts all of your perceptions. And because of this distortion, pain and suffering arises. That makes it a simple explanation. Sit with your back straight, mouth closed, hands in a comfortable position, eyes open, softly open to the gaze in front, head tilted. Again, bring your focus to the prana yoga practice of the 3 lights. But this time we're going to use the energy of soundless sound, the vibration of the wisdom nature of your own mind in connection with the breath. To do that, you inhale the white light and fill your lungs and hear the sound Om. This brings all the healing energy of the universe with the air element and the other 4 elements into your lungs and into your body. The middle breath, the spontaneous absorption breath of the elements in your lungs passing through every cell in your body. And with that, you hear the sound Ah. Then with these 2 sounds, you produce the exhale of blue light out your nose to the benefit of all sentient beings filling space, infinite in number, with the sound Hum. So the blue light becomes the vibration of the Hum, an application of healing energy to infinite sentient beings throughout the infinite universe. And the category of these infinite sentient beings is all the animals and humans on any planet, anywhere in the universe they take birth, and all of the spirits that inhabit the entire space of our universe. You start by visualizing the Lama in front with white light, and that's 1 Lama represents all the Lamas of Tibetan Buddhism and all the lineages back for 2,600 years to Shakyamuni Buddha, who started all these programs, gave all these methods. Growing and developing, evolving into where we are in this present situation. The Lama starts the transmission by emanating white light, and you visualize it coming from the Lama's forehead into your forehead to heal your body. And use your body as the deity in these practices, as the rainbow body of illusory nature, which is applied to everything. Then red light from the Lama's throat is the vibration of the body in this illusory state, affecting your speech, so that all speech becomes like good wishes and mantra being activated through whatever you say. very positive. Then blue light from the Lama's heart chakra to your heart chakra is the wisdom transmission based on loving kindness and compassion, as you know the true nature of your consciousness and how to use it, with the guidance of the outer and inner gurus that arise from the use of these deity yoga practices. Then you see all three lights shining simultaneously from the Lama's three places into your three places: head, throat, heart, centers. The fourth transmission is the union of the body, of the mind's body and speech of the Lama as the Lama merges into you, like water into water. This fourth empowerment causes you to become the body, speech, and mind of the deity. In this case, it's the Chenrezig. And the transmission of these three sounds look like this. This is the Sanskrit Om in the Hindu tradition, in the Tibetan tradition. And it simply means the life force energy of the universe as your method of healing. The Ah is the vibration sound of everything called energy, which is the life force that permeates our entire universe. And our sun and our solar system is the perfect example of that. Then the Hong, which looks like this, is the universal energy of all the deities of Tibetan Buddhism as a total healing program for humans to become physically, mentally, and emotionally in a state of good health. And gain realization spiritually of how to use that to benefit all sentient beings in the universe and our environment, Mother Earth. Now we start the practice. This is the sutra text of the Chenrezig, and this is how to visualize yourself as this deity, which is on this front of this text. The deity is male aspect with 3 eyes and a 5-jewel crown, which are the 5 wisdom spheres. He has 6 kinds of jewelry, which are your 6 bodhisattva discipline symbols. His right hand holds a mala or a vajra, which is the symbol of tantric practice. His left hand holds a lotus, which is a symbol of taking birth in the human condition as a bodhisattva to benefit beings. He has 5 colors of silks, which are the symbols of the 5 elements. 2 hands in devotion in the heart, that everything is generated as loving kindness and compassion. And the space between the hands is the realization of the void nature of your mind, thoughts, and everything. He sits on a lotus sun and moon disc, which is the symbol. The lotus is a symbol of taking birth in the human condition without any judgmental qualities or without any negative emotional tendencies. That's called the bodhisattva birth, or the birth of clear light. In Tibetan, they say Ursel, rainbow body. You visualize yourself as this in 3D, including this lotus sun and moon disc you're sitting on. And in your heart center, the basic resonance of the creation of this symbol and everything it represents in a worldly situation is free. So the Om Ah Hum all come together in the heart center, and the Shri is the union of the Lama's body, speech, and mind with your body, speech, and mind as infinite light. This is the Buddha field of discerning awareness of Amitabha Buddha and the seat symbol of the heart chakra of this deity. Now we start the practice. visualizing yourself in 3D as Chenrezig with all of its symbols in place. You project this rainbow body to the mother who created you. As Chenrezig, life-size, facing you. Then you project this symbol of loving kindness, compassion, power, and insight to all of your relatives, fathers, brothers, sisters, everyone. Then you project it to all the humans on the planet today, 8 billion humans. Filling your mind in this way, you now project it to all the infinite number of animals that live in the sea and on the land. Then you project it to the 3 categories of spirits, the higher realms of the celestial spirits, the middle realm of this worldly spirits, and the lower realm of the demonic spirit. These categories of spirits fill space, and they all are visualized in your mind as Chenrezig. The symbolic wisdom of compassion, power, and insight in action, filling your mind. Then when your mind creating this mandala and infinite sentient beings as this symbol, together with the Shri in your heart center, causes the mantra, the vibration of all this, to appear as 6 sounds circling the Shri inside a 5-colored sphere of light in the center of your chest. Those 6 sounds start with Om. Then the celestial world, Ma. Then the world God, war gods and goddesses. Then the human world. Then the spirit world. Then the demonic spirit. So these 6 realms are sounded Om, Ma, Ni, Pe, Mi, Hum. When you say these sounds, all the negative tendencies of each of those types of rebirth are transformed into their antidotes. And all of these remedies are based on loving kindness and compassion, and they all evolve into the 6-armed Chenrezig as the wisdom of the ultimate nature of your own state of awareness called mind. Om, Ma, Ni, Pe, Mi, Hum. When you apply this symbolic representation of the Om Mani Padme Hum looks like this in your heart chakra. Om, Ma, Ni, Pe, Mi, Hum. These Sanskrit symbols are color-coded to the realm of which they are purifying, removing all obstacles and negativity. So the Om purifies the celestial worlds, which have 3 levels. The Ma, war and war god levels, which have 58 levels. The Ni, which purifies the human condition, which has 2 kinds. The Pe, the spirit world, and of deprived spirits. And the Hum, the demonic spirit, of hate and anger and all of that, abuse. The Shri is the central wisdom nature of your ultimate nature, where these are all purified and all forms of pain and suffering transformed into occasions of spiritual progress. So you think like that. when you say Omani Padme Hum. And you're the deity, and the Shri connects you to the infinite light of this universe as a Buddha field. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 This central tree looks like this. So you can learn to draw these symbols so you can visualize them better, but this is the Buddha field that you are purifying by being this deity, saying this mantra, and projecting it to all sentient beings as your mothers or family. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Free. Now, to give you a feeling of the energy of the Om and its purifying process of removing all of the arrogance connected with religious applications that result in celestial rebirths, either in the pleasure realm of the gods and goddesses, or the light realms, or the infinite space realms. All of that arrogance transformed into occasions for spiritual progress, becoming clear of that kind of emotional programming. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And the color code for this is white or gold light shining from your mantra in your heart to all those celestial realms, and all arrogance, pride, any form of aggrandizement removed. Om Mani Padme Hum. Transformed. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Free. Then you transform all of the arrogance all of the harm of the war and war gods, fighting, quarreling, all of that, war and all social upheavals, all of that transformed into loving kindness with the sound Ma, and that's green light emanating from your heart chakra to remove all jealousy, envy, coveting, any insecurity that causes that. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Shri. Shri is infinite light, the nature of everything. Then the seed-soluble knee of this mantra is to remove the neediness and all of the negative tendencies in the human condition and transform them all into bodhisattva applications of loving kindness and compassion with nobody left out. And that's this sound knee. So you figure white or gold light goes to all the human, wherever they take birth. Om mani padme hum. 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 Three. All transformed into the clear light wisdom of your own natural mind. Then the pay is the transformation of the animal world of ignorance into knowledge and insight developing. And all animal world now reverse so they could come into the human world to become bodhisattvas and Buddhas. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. That's blue or white light emanating from your heart to all the animal kingdoms. Om mani padme hum. 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 Three. Then to purify the deprived spirit worlds, we use the seed-soluble ma, red light emanating from their heart. So all these spirits deprived of any food or whatever they desire and can accomplish, never satisfied, then they are fully fulfilled with everything they need, everything they desire that's appropriate. And red light from your heart to all the deprived spirit world. And they're almost infinite in number. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme. Om mani padme hum. 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 Three. Then the worst of all afflictions is anger, which results in birth in the demonic worlds of the spirits. There are 18 categories, and they are intense, based on fear, anxiety, depression, and heat and cold, and anything that causes sickness or disease or an abusive nature. All of that transformed into loving kindness of the Bodhisattva tradition, like one's own mother. So you see the dark blue light from your heart center to purify that and transform it all into unconditional love and altruistic compassion. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Dark blue light, go up to that navy blue light. Om mani padme hum. 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 So the infinite light of your own mind is this field of clear light energy from the Hri becomes these 6 lights going to these 6 realms of cyclic rebirth based on judgmental mind and negative emotional tendency, all transformed into loving kindness, compassion, power, and wisdom, intuitive awareness, timeless awareness. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Hum. Om Mani Padme 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Now you visualize the infinite light of your own wisdom nature as the Uri shining through your body and filling the universe. Then the 6 syllables of the mantra to all the realms of rebirth manifestations that are emotionally produced, all purified. Then all of that becomes the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, filling space. Now you have entered into a field of infinite potential. No boundary, no ceiling, no goal, no judgment, none of that. All applied to all the beings in your mandala, infinite in number. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Free. Then we sing the mantra, so we activate the loving kindness energy of our own natural mind from our heart chakra out through our speech to the large area of our neighborhood where we live, as much as you want to imagine, just like we did the 5 elements practice. So it could be your immediate area, your neighborhood, your island or town, the whole planet, the whole solar system, or the whole galaxy, or the whole universe. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Then you move into the second stage of tantric practice, into the space, clarity, infinite wisdom, compassion, power, and insight of your natural mind. That which there were no judgment, no emotional conflict, no attachment, no aversion, no pride, no jealousy, no greed, no delusion or ignorance, no judgment whatsoever, no good or bad, high or low, or not knowing. And you visualize this as the clear light of infinite space arising from your own heart chakra. And as the sphere and the D collapse with the mantra into all of that, you visualize infinite sentient beings imploding into you from every direction. All mother sentient beings, as Chenrezig, coming into you as the central clear light body of the deities. It can happen all at once, or you can do it in stages. For instance, all the celestial spirits come, then all the war god spirits, and all the animals, and all the humans, and all the deprived spirits, and all the demon spirits. Then with you as the central deity of wisdom, compassion, power, and insight, similar to your Lama, Guru, disappear your symbol of the deity into the mantra in your heart center. Then the 6 syllables, one by one, disappear into the central symbol, creation sound of free. And it becomes the clear light of boundless space as a 5 clear light sphere, similar to the sun's energy, like a supernova, goes everywhere. Then you sit in this infinite potential of your own mind's awareness with no center or boundary, simply by connecting to the present moment. Simply keeping your mind from the judgmental tendencies to go to the past, which doesn't exist, to the future, which hasn't happened, and to the present state, which can't be found. And you relax in the bliss of your mind's own true state of awareness. Simply by keeping to the present moment. Free. The nature of this state of presence, of bliss, is the same nature as the space directly in front of your eye. It's timeless awareness. Is this present moment. These two dimensions of tantric practice, the creation of the deity and applying it in compassion to all beings, gives one a state of infinite potential in dealing with the worldly situation. Dissolving all of that into the natural mind of voidness is the ultimate truth of the sphere of clarity of everything that you say, think, and do. And this has no goal, no judgment doesn't apply. And moving into this state of infinite potential is the second state of tantric practice, which you just performed by simply being present after disappearing the creation stage into the center of your heart, into the clear light nature of the Shri, the vibratory sound of your own natural mind. Working with these two divisions of Sutra and Tantric practice with the text or with the guidance of a Lama is all of the practices of shamanistic Lamaism, including the one we just performed for the past 5 days in Tibetan Buddhism. Your ordinary mind is completely judgmental. And everybody has that awareness. your natural mind, which is the same mind, is completely non-judgmental. This helps you to understand the truth applied to these two natures of awareness. And when you mix these two in tantric practice, a gradual transmission from the drama world, which causes pain and suffering, just starts to disappear, starts to reform, starts to transform. And you become more open, clear, kind, considerate, and gradually everything gets better. This process is completely timeless, and only humans can use it. So we say the prayer that sums this up. And this is in the sutra text. May all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of pain and suffering and the cause of pain and suffering. May all beings experience the ultimate bliss nature of their own mind through practice of the Dharma and wisdom of all the Buddhas. May all beings live in great equanimity, which in this state of equality is the stabilization of all negative emotions and like attachment, aversion, delusion, pride, jealousy, and greed, transformed into higher and higher states of intelligence and awareness. Those four wishes apply to all infinite sentient beings. The 7 branches of the sutra practice as a prayer are summed up like this. When one takes refuge, they take refuge with the Lama as the deity, starting with Chenrezig or Tara. And to all the Buddhas and their sons and daughters of the Sangha that reside in the 10 directions and 3 times, to all of these I pay respect and homage. I make offerings continually of water, flowers, incense, butter lamp, perfume, food, music, other real and imaginary offerings, which is what we did for 9 or 10 hours a day this past 5 days, and beseech the noble assembly to accept them. I make confession of all unskillful action caused by the power of unstable conflicting emotions, and the 10 unvirtuous deeds and all sins of limitless consequence done from beginningless time to now. I repent and renounce. I rejoice in all the spiritual merit of whatever virtues Sravakas, Praktika, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, and even ordinary beings gathered throughout the 3 times. I pray that the Dharma wheel, the Mahayana, Hinayana, and the teachings and voidness of Tantra common to both be turned in accordance with the wishes and aptitudes of human beings. I beseech the Buddhas not to pass in nirvana states of and these higher states of awareness as long as samsara is not empty, but to look with compassion upon sentient beings who wallow in this ocean of pain and suffering. And to end this, may whatever merit I have accumulated be the cause of enlightenment for infinite sentient beings, my mothers. May we quickly all become a good example and teacher and leader of being. So now we use the words of power to connect with the Lama as Chenrezig, the Yidam of using the deity in tantric practice as Chenrezig, the perfect wisdom of our mind as Chenrezig, the bodhisattva conduct of love and compassion as Chenrezig, and we wish that all beings who wander in samsara take this as their refuge and bestow the blessings to obtain omniscient Buddhahood and how to use it in this lifetime. Then we dedicate the merit of this practice. Through the virtue of this practice today, and this past week and past life and all future lives, may I quickly achieve the realization of the Chenrezig, and may I bring every single being to that same state of bliss. Through the merit of reciting and meditating in these ways, may I and every being to whom I am connected, when these imperfect forms be left behind, be miraculously born in the mind of bliss called Dewa Chen. May I then immediately cross the 10 levels of bodhisattva practice and send out emanations in the 10 directions for the benefit of all others. And through the virtue of this, may all beings perfect the accumulation of spiritual merit and the development of awareness. May they attain the three supreme bodies which arise from merit and awareness. The Dharmakaya of a Buddha, the Sambhogakaya bliss body of the deity, and the Nirmanakaya of a human man or woman as a guru or teacher. Bodhicitta is precious, and this bodhisattva mind may it arise in those who have not cultivated. In those who have cultivated, may it not diminish, may it ever grow and flourish. Dewa di nerdu dog, shagya champo drupir ne, jowa ching king ma lu pa, de sala gopar sho, sanjay kusu nimpai jimla dam, choni megur dimpai jimla dam, yendu miche dumpai jimla ki, jitar gomwa mo mam ju par sho. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly establish all beings without exception in that state of awareness. By the blessing of the three bodies of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of this Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessings of the wishes of the Sangha being unwavering, that's us, may all dedication prayers be fulfilled. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity, and may all their wishes be accomplished. May all beings be happy, free of suffering, established in bliss and equanimity. Tucci J, thank you, mahalo, and happy Losar, the year of the female yak or ox.
Oh, hi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Aloha.
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 Thank you, Mama Tashi, Abby. Aloha.
Aloha.
Happy
Thank
dreaming.
you.
Thank you.
Good practice.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
The new year is going to be very interesting, isn't it?
We shall see.
We shall see.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, wait.
What? Oh,
Aw.
This is our Dharma cat, Momo.
Oh.
20 years old.
he's 21 now.
21. His practice goes well.
Oh.
Wow.
It's a Momo.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.